Well, I guess it's a little while.
50 minutes from now.
Yeah.
So this event is live. Yay. So this is the new members / community meeting at Agile Ventures. It's 6th of August. It's 6:45 UTC. I guess. No, 4.
Yeah, 4:40.
45 minutes. Yeah, and I've got my first question. So when I record this video on YouTube, which I'm just doing right now, it will go into my own YouTube account.
Yep.
If I have an Agile Ventures account, which I do since today, am I supposed to use this account instead of my own private YouTube account?
I don't know. I know that that when I was kind of starting scrums and doing all that kind of stuff with my own account, Sam was like, "Hey, why don't we just add you to the Agile Ventures one, the YouTube account?" So and then since then I've tried everything. All the Hangouts I do, I start with the Agile Ventures one, but I don't know if it's a rule, but just I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it makes it easier to find. Because I guess now on the Agile Ventures page, I don't know if you've noticed, there's like
the connection is dropping. So can you please repeat the last 2 sentences?
Oh, sorry. I was saying that now there's a functionality on the AV website. I can share my screen. Where if I go to the AV community talk, for example, new members meeting, then if I come down here, there's a link to the old videos. And I think maybe this just links from the AV YouTube.
Yeah, I know that. So if you click on link to YouTube video for today, you will go into our on live on live video. So this is automatically done as soon as you paste in the YouTube link.
Okay, so it doesn't matter then, I guess, as far as whether it's linked to your account or to the AV account.
Yeah, I was using my own account so far because I didn't have one, so I think it's okay.
Let me just get some light here. So it doesn't really matter. So basically, if you have an Agile Ventures account, you're not required to start with one or with your own personal. The advantage of having it under Agile Ventures is that it's there under Agile Ventures and it's easier to find, but it's not. There's no rule about you should start using your account or using the Agile Ventures account. It's just up to you. Like as a rule of thumb for me, I started using the Agile Ventures one for like everything, I think, or not. Maybe not. Maybe MetPlus. I didn't. But basically every other thing that I do that is not Agile Ventures, that's not MetPlus, I usually just start with MetPlus. Oh my God. Sorry. It's been hard. It's hard.
What's hard?
Everything that's not MetPlus, I've been starting with the Agile Ventures account. I was just mixing everything up.
Yeah, I see it. I see what you mean. So I'll follow this path then. Okay. Everything that is not has nothing to do with RFM, I will use my Agile Ventures account then.
It's not. It's like I like because of the mentors and everything, other things that I do with Agile Ventures, and if I do have like any pairing that I'm doing with someone, like the one-on-one pairing and stuff, that's all done under Agile Ventures. And I think I didn't start anything from MetPlus just because the default is my user, and it takes like 2 clicks to get to the Agile Ventures account, but up to you.
Yeah, I'm checking out the MetPlus project right now because I have no idea what the other projects are doing. Like, I have a small idea, but not very much. Agile Ventures, MetPlus. Are we supposed to discuss some community questions?
Like, I don't know if there are any questions or something.
Are we supposed to write some kind of protocol? Like, sorry, I think I translated literally from German. To keep record of things. Do you call it a protocol in English? We would say protocol.
Yes, protocol is a thing in English, but I do not understand what you mean by protocol. Like,
yeah, I think I've seen some community docs pointing out, like, I think I have seen Sam once showing a list of things, an agenda. So is there agenda or something?
I don't think there's an agenda for today.
Yeah, I think, and I think we can take notes or not. But
I mean, we have the video online, right? People want to know what's happening. They can just go through it.
So basically, what usually happens is on Friday, if there's any topic that people want to talk about on this meeting, they just put it on the channel, and we go with that agenda. And if not, usually because it's me and Sam, at this time we just do things. We try to prepare a little bit because we don't have much to do, and we wait for anyone, if there's anyone that is a new member that is willing to come.
Yeah.
That's it. Because like this meeting doubles up as every other meeting. It is a new members meeting, so we try to get new people in this time so they can ask their questions, and if they want to know something, they can.
Yeah. There's a question that comes to my mind. There are two questions that come to my mind right now. I was checking out a new framework yesterday, which is called Flutter.js. It's a framework by Google, and you can build prototypes for mobile applications. The first question is, why don't we have any projects that are building some kind of mobile app? Do we have one? As far as I know, we don't. Are there any?
That I know of, no.
Yes. And no. So the thing is, there was a project that we scoped for some French people. I don't remember, Nautilus or something. I don't remember the. It was something about renting boats for summer or something like that. And they did had an idea for a mobile app, but the financing never came through. So we just did like a scoping for them, and we didn't. I think we did some sort of a prototyping, but that was it. Now, in terms of mobile apps, no, I don't think we have anyone that is building a mobile app at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe if I'm trying to learn with that framework in any case, instead of doing it all myself and alone, I could probably just type in or paste in some I don't know, pairings on that. So maybe someone wants to join, but yeah, why not? I mean, I would be interested in that, and probably try to build some to-do app or something like that. And so in that case, I can just, for example, create a new meetup or project or whatever.
I think that was what happened with some of the mobs that we have, like the Elixir one, and what is the other? The React one. There was like some people that wanted to learn something, so they just started mobbing and created a mob from there. I think that was the way it started, but Matthew is in all of them, so he knows better than me.
Yeah, I don't know how they got started though, because I think that might have predated me. But yeah, I mean, it's I think it's just like that. Yeah, just going and creating events, and if people are interested in pairing on it, then people show up. Yeah. But it has been a little bit like it's not that it's been a little bit difficult, I guess, to get people to show up every week at the same time. So that has been a little bit up and down, but I think that's kind of true of everything.
Yeah, I was just thinking about. I mean, I don't mind working alone and having some kind of streaming setup. I mean, I was doing that for example, with Twitch, and I was just basically streaming myself, contributing to open source. And I thought it was kind of fun because there are other people who join in and just see me for a minute or so and then ask me what I'm doing, and maybe someone can learn with it. Apparently there are people who enjoy that. So I would probably think of, hey, if I'm going to learn a new framework, tool, whatever, language, why not just post in some kind of link and then, for example, into Tech Talk or whatever, or random. And if people are interested, they can join. If they're not, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think you had posted something there. What was it, on Thursday? Maybe you had posted, and I'm trying to look for where you posted it.
Yeah, right. So far, I was always posting the Twitch link into our RFM channel, but since this has nothing to do with RFM at all, I can go ahead probably and just post it into random or something.
Yeah, I was wondering because I guess like I commented on it, but I wasn't able. Yeah, I was traveling, and then I think oh yeah, it's here. And then Sam had said something. It would be nice to be able to get it set up to where the AV pairing videos stream to Twitch. So
yeah, I mean, I can do that. I'm using Restream, so Twitch doesn't record videos. Well, it does, but it will delete them or make them unavailable after 1 week. So I'm using Restream, which streams in parallel. So it streams to Twitch and it streams to YouTube. And I didn't publish the videos yet, but the videos are there. So I can, for example, create a profile where I stream to a dedicated, for example, the Agile Ventures YouTube account.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Second question: we have a lot of Rails projects. Why? What's the reason why we do have so many Rails projects in Agile Ventures? Just out of curiosity.
I think maybe one of the reasons is that like the Agile Ventures site was started after one of the MOOCs and with some other people who had gone through the CS 169. So. But yeah, I guess João, you've been around for a lot longer than I have.
Yeah, CS 169. I never checked out that MOOC.
We're doing the that's what we're doing, in collaboration, and also I'm kind of busy trying to check out alternatives to using Cloud9 because they want to have like an online IDE that can be used because they find it difficult to try to get. Like one of the guys that's running, not the MOOC, but like the SPOC, which is like, I don't know exactly what it stands for. I can't remember. But he has like 150 students, and most of them are Windows users. And so trying to get them all set up to program locally is a big challenge. So like, yeah, I've been trying out this Codio.com, which I don't know if you guys have ever heard of. Going through it and trying to see if it's an option where we can give like a workspace that's ready with the right Ruby version and ready for them to just start coding.
Yeah. So I just typed into CS 169 into Google, and I immediately find the course of Stanford. I can't find the MOOC, however.
Which website? Link.
EDX.
Yeah, it's EDX. Yeah.
Basically, it's the thing is that basically is the course from Berkeley, but online, and the students also do it online.
Yeah, I think
so. It's basically it's a 2-in-1. But to answer your question, the best answer would be, because Rails is the best framework to develop websites.
I would even agree with that, because I am also a former Rails developer. Like former Rails only developer. I'm still a Rails developer, but in 2013, I was just doing Rails, nothing else.
Yeah, but basically the reason behind it was that so everything started with this MOOC, and after that, because they teach Ruby on this course, there were like 2 frameworks, I think, at the time, and you had like Rails and Sinatra, and yeah, people started using Sinatra, and that's something that I try to fight off Agile Ventures. I want people to stop using Rails and do other things, because one of the things that I notice is that because we only do Rails, it's much harder to get other people or get new people, because they come in and say, "Oh, I'm a Python developer," and we're like, "Yeah, awesome, we just do Rails, so up to you." And people just leave. And it happened also with like Java developers. We do now have some JavaScript only things, but it are very like small. But I don't know. But the problem is that I tried, for example, for MetPlus. MetPlus is a 2 app application, where we have like a backend that just takes care of the resumes and just store them and do some math over them. And then there's like a front-end web page. And because in the beginning I thought doing this all in Java as a backend, and because I wanted to, let's call it, hand off this project on Agile Ventures, I had to decide and go with Rails for the front end, or else I wouldn't get anyone. And till this point, the project is running for 2 years or 3 years or whatever, and I'm the only person that touches the Java side. Nobody else touches the Java side because things. So it's an issue. We try to fight it, and like the alternatives that appeared were like Elixir. There is like a project in Elixir, or 2, I think, and but basically that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just found on edX the connection to Agile Ventures. There's a nice screenshot done by Sam. He's smiling, and there's the link to Agile Ventures. So I understand why people are like, where people are coming from to Agile Ventures. Second thing, I'm also, while you were talking, checking out the code, although there are many many MetPlus repositories. So I was apparently on the wrong one, MetPlus Pets, which is developed entirely in Rails, it seems. So I'm currently checking out if there are other MetPlus repos.
There are 3 MetPlus repositories. One is the Pets, and that's the front-end application.
So you have different repositories for different parts of your application.
There's another one that is called Resume Cruncher. That is the Java side that takes care of the resumes. And we had to create a third one because we are using Waffle to connect the 2 repositories together. So all the issues and all the management is done on the 3rd repository.
So I see. So MetPlus Resume Cruncher is only Java, 98%. And Joao Pereira. How do you pronounce your last name?
Pereira. It's like the my name is João, and then I have 2 middle names. There's where the P and an A come from, and my last name.
You know the middle names.
Yeah, 2 middle names.
So what are your 2 middle names, or is it a secret?
Huh? No. My name is João Pedro de Almeida Pereira, but it's like too big.
Pedro and
Almeida.
Almeida. I see. Pereira.
2 family names.
Yeah.
One from my mother and one from my father. So
yeah, there was something.
Plus my first name plus my second name. So João Pedro is like the first name, and then the rest is the last name.
Yeah. Nice. Interesting. Yeah. Does it work for you having 3 repositories? Is it nice, or is it an organizational overhead?
It doesn't really matter, at least for me. And it doesn't matter for anybody, because like one of the repositories is like the tracker, and the tracker part, you only manage it through Waffle, so you don't have to look at it. And because everybody uses just develops on the pet side, they only use one repository, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm the only person that uses two. And for me, for my head, it's better to have like this separation. I don't mind it.
Yeah, we have the same setup in RFM, although we have everything in one repository. So I was starting off with 2 different repositories for backend and frontend, and there was even a 3rd repository to run full stack tests. And at some point, I discovered that it doesn't make any sense for us in our special case to have 3 different repositories, because the code always, like one feature always touches all 3 repositories. So why not just put everything into one? Yeah, so I was thinking most of the applications that have a front end and the back end, which are separated, use the like separate repository workflow. Although I don't know, I thought it might be a little bit confusing to have so many repositories. It would make sense if you have one API, one backend, and like many clients, like many front ends. That would make definitely sense, I guess. But yeah, I don't
know. Joel.
Yeah.
What's happening with Anvil?
You tell me.
Yeah, I guess not a lot, huh?
So to answer to answer your question, Robert, I think that having everything in one repository is fine, depending on the size of your project. And if you have like, I'm not a fan of having like front end and back end separated in different repositories. I think that's in fact too much overhead, unless, as you said, you have like one back end and multiple front ends, and they are very different. On the other hand, I really don't like to mix languages. So I'm a little bit like, if I have a Java part and I have a Rails part, maybe I'd prefer to have them separated. I don't know why. It's just me. But yeah, definitely. So in terms of Anvil, so I moved to a different house, and on the process, the project died. So, but basically, my lunchtime has been cut a little bit, despite the fact that now I'm working at home, but now I do lunch every day.
Yeah,
so I almost don't have time to make the food, eat the food, and go back to work, which makes it hard for me to do something on Anvil.
Yeah,
but definitely I was waiting for someone to pick it up, and apparently no one did. I asked about it the other day, and nobody said anything. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know there was some. I think the meetings might maybe still be in the events, but they seem to always be when I'm pairing on something else. And yeah, not exactly knowing exactly what the next step is. I mean, the last time I went to a meeting, we were prioritizing decluttering the calendar, and doing some stuff in design. But I don't really know anything about design. So
the thing is, nobody does. So that's a good thing about design, and so it's always fine. But there's always someone that will not like your design. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, but
sorry. As far as like the design, there is a Agile venture. I don't know. She was keen to help out with some stuff. She helped out with a wireframe for issue on website 1. Her name is Lena, and I don't know, maybe it'd be worth saying hi to her and seeing if she's interested in helping out with something to do with Anvil.
She has some time restrictions as well. I'm trying to get her to work on MetPlus, but I don't seem to have the time to match her time.
Yeah, it's in Pacific Standard Time, which is,
and she has time after, like in her afternoon, like her noon, in weekends, and that's basically when I don't have time.
Yeah.
What's your time zone, Joao?
What?
What is your time zone?
EST. Eastern Standard Time. So basically it's 1 p.m. now. And yeah, so like the place where Anvil was that we were trying to finish up not a wireframe, but like a design, and the idea would be to present it to people and start working on it. But yeah. I'm not sure if I'll have like a lot of time. I need to dedicate time to MetPlus as well, and I did not do that. I've been lacking on that side as well a lot. And yeah, I need to get the project running again.
Yeah, I hear that. I have a couple projects that I want to be doing more with RFM, and I have a side project that I haven't even touched in some weeks. And yeah, I've been told I have a problem saying no to certain things or to anything. But yeah.
Yeah, it's always like at the end of the day, where does all the time want? Like looking back, for example, today, the only thing that I really achieved on a project which is not on Agile Ventures is I could explain what I was doing to a coworker. Yay! Apart from that, I was just doing research.
Yeah.
Well, as well.
Yeah. How long does the new member / community meeting is supposed to be?
Last.
We usually do like more.
Yeah, Matt was giving me the right word. He has already found out when I'm looking for words, like when the right words don't come to my mind, so you can see it in my face and in my way of talking, and then he just throws them in, and I'm very thankful for that.
Are you saying that he completes you? Is that?
Yes, exactly. We're so just I'm missing the word again.
We finish each other's sentences.
What are you saying?
We finish each other's sentences.
Oh yeah.
I think complete. I complete you is a nice way to put it.
Yeah. Well then, I mean, I guess Stella. She
commented. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Well, then she's asking for friends, and I would say this is it for now, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder, like, because like I said, there were it feels like there were quite a few new members that joined up in the last week or two. I wonder if they didn't join because of time constraints or because they didn't know it was happening, or. But
I guess the latter one. I don't think that they know that there's a new members meetup.
Yeah. Like, usually Sam just advertises it on the beginning of the day and things like that. But I don't know, like because of his shift because he's now in a completely different time zone.
He's a different time zone.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. there.
Yeah. So
where is he now? I think he was living before in the UK, right?
He's still living in UK, but I think he does like a month a year or something like that on Japan.
On Japan?
Yeah. So
nice.
This is that time of the year where you basically can only talk to him via chat.
Yeah. So he will be in bed now, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, usually Sam tries to gather people around in the beginning of his day, but I don't know, like the time for the meetings sometimes is hard for a lot of people because it's I don't know, like what's the time there
Which place?
in Germany there?
It's 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's 7
Quarter
p.m.
past 7 p.m.
So for some people that's like too late, and we do have like I think we do have like an imbalance of people. We have a lot of people from Europe, and we don't have people from other places. So it's hard to get. And if you see like the majority of the Slack activity happens during work hours on Europe, and the rest it just like dies a little bit. So
I find that interesting because I was thinking like Agile Ventures is more a thing for people for the after work. It's interesting that most of the activity is happening through working times.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's strange.
Huh?
It's strange, indeed. But like,
it depends. If you're a student or something, if you don't have a job, working times make perfect sense. There have been a couple of people contributing, for example, to RFM, which could only join after work because they have a job.
Yeah.
So we had to, for example, fix our regular meeting at 6 p.m. UTC, which is rather late because of that. And because of people from the US and Brazil.
Because of people from Brazil. That's always a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I pair a lot with, I think I pair mostly with people from Africa, actually.
Yeah, I think so, right? We have a lot of people from Europe and Africa especially. And then the USA, I guess, and Brazil. And there are a couple of folks from India. I haven't met anybody from Australia yet. Do we have people from Australia?
We do have one from Australia.
There's a guy that put there, I think he just joined, that is from Australia. I think he has a pairing session tomorrow at 7 a.m., I think, something like that.
We had one person that started a project that was from Australia as well. But I think he's been out for some time now.
When did you join Agile Ventures? Wow.
I don't remember myself not being in Agile Ventures. So
you've been there to Agile Ventures since your birth.
I don't know. I think it was maybe 5, 6, maybe, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago. 5 years. I don't know. It's been some time. So I think like basically I did the course where I joined Agile Ventures first. I don't remember. I think I joined Agile Ventures and then did the course. But it was like everything was pretty new. The site was still the same, but everything was pretty new. And everything was like, everything was formed. There were like a lot of projects already running around and things like that. So yeah, it's been some time.
That's sometimes interesting to know. If you join something, what happened before you joined? 2 weeks ago, I was on a festival, and I'm currently working on an open source project where I have never met my coworkers in person, although they are all from Germany, and I have no idea what happened. It's actually they're working on it since a couple of years, I think 2 years, and I joined like 2 months ago. And 2 weeks ago, I was on a festival where I could meet the founder of the project, and he was also telling me the history about it. And I found that pretty interesting and very, very strange in some ways. Like, he's just a rather wealthy guy who puts in his private money to build some open source project, which I find
that's
unusual.
That's pretty interesting.
All right. I guess this would be it. No?
I think so. If no one has anything else?
No.
Nope.
Not for me.
Okay.
Well then, I'll hit the stop broadcast button then. I'll say goodbye.
Well, thanks. Good to see you guys.
Bye-bye. Good to see you too.